everyone. I am Sunidhi Malla, correspondent from Express Computer and CR in India. It is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this exclusive conversation featuring Milind Patwardhan, Group Vice President and Global Head of Private Equity at GlobalLogic, along with Piyush Jha, MD and Head IT and APAC GlobalLogic. Thank you so much for sparing this time, Milind and Piyush.
Thanks, Sunidhi. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
So, Milind Patwardhan guides the most rapidly expanding business and go-to-market efforts at GlobalLogic. He holds the responsibility for nurturing relationships with prominent private equity sponsors, aiding the escalated value enhancement of their portfolio companies. While with a tenure of spanning over 2 decades, Mr. Piyush possesses extensive expertise in spearheading global teams, shaping strategies for the APAC market. A foundational figure at GlobalLogic, I must say, he has been driving force in assembling and leading teams of premier technologies across APAC region, fostering innovation and digital metaphors. Express Computer takes immense pleasure in hosting both of you to this platform, sir. We genuinely appreciate your valuable time and engagement. And if we are good to go, I am going to begin with question 1. What, according to you, is the future of GCCs in India?
I think GCCs have come of age. They have come on the center stage for a lot of different companies. If the game a few years ago was to drive cost arbitrage out of India, we are talking value arbitrage out of India today. We are talking innovation to be upskilled and uplifted in India today. A few years ago, the kind of requirements that Indian software industry got was to code platforms that were already designed and the requirements documented in the US somewhere, or Europe or Australia, and came over. The current line of development that we see here is end-to-end value. And I think that is exactly where GCCs play in. We have an extremely large ecosystem of software developers today. And we also have a setup which is producing engineers that add end-to-end value. What that does is, along with the cost advantage that you get a lot of value advantage to your entire game that uplifts your game. And I think that is what is making GCCs special. And that is exactly why they are here to stay. Right?
No, absolutely. In fact, I think Piyush well said, this GCC story is not a new story. Companies have been leveraging India for their technology work for more than 3 decades now, right? I think it's only become easier and easier for companies of various sizes to be able to do that. 30 years ago, only the big names like Texas Instruments and HP were able to do it, and IBM. But now you can look at a $30 million software company to a $500 million software company to a $1 billion software company, or be it any other company from any other industry, right? They can aspire to have a technology center in India. And that's because of 2 or 3 reasons. One is that the ecosystem in India is very mature, right? It is not a cost arbitrage, as Piyush said, because there's some real cutting edge work happening in India, for India, and in India for the external world, right? And the third thing is that there are very, very mature providers like GlobalLogic who act as a bridge to GCC aspirations for a large many companies who are just not big enough to be able to make that plunge on their own from day one, right? So I think like any other business model, this has matured over 20, 30 years. And now it's just being leveraged along with the value leverage that is happening in India, right? The kind of work that is getting delivered out of all GCCs, not just GlobalLogic, across the industry, right? I think is being recognized, and nobody can ignore a deep and wide and broad talent pool like India, right? Which is not stagnant. It is self-rejuvenating. It's a young talent pool, right? And in a growing economy. So, it's all good things from my perspective.